Hi guys, how are you today? Welcome back. I'm out here. I'm back on the trail. It's hot. It is hot today, or hotter. It's about 80 degrees and I'm loving every minute of it. I really encourage you to get back out into nature if you're not enjoying the trees and the sunshine every day. My goodness, you want to talk about healing, you want to talk about uplifting. This is where it's at, guys. Nature will do it to you, will do it for you. So today's topic, you know what, before the topic, it is Memorial Day. I want to say to all of our service men and women, thank you so much for your service. The only reason I can take this walk in freedom and comfort, one of the main reasons, is because your service has ensured that I can do this walk protected. So I thank you. I salute you. My hat's off to you. Want to spend a little bit of time talking about the cycles of life and bouncing back when you feel down. I mean, the reality is it happens to all of us. You know, there are times you're going to feel fantastic, refreshed, uplifted. And then there's other times, quite frankly, you know, we hit it. It happens to me too. It happens to all of us. So I want to talk about the art of bounce back and how to move through those cycles. And you may be interested, it's going to kind of fly in the face of reality to some of you, the advice I'm going to give you today, but I must say I have found this to be tried and true technique. Give you an example. In the winter, do you ever go outside, or have you ever gone outside in the middle of a snowstorm and just stood there and said, I'm going to throw this temper tantrum until the spring or the summer comes? I don't do that. You don't do that. It would be ridiculous. Matter of fact, it's very rare that I will complain in the summer hoping for the winter, or in the winter hoping for some relief for the spring to come. It's very rare. And I'll tell you why. Because I've come to appreciate these cycles, the natural cycles of life, the natural cycles of relationship, the natural cycles of mood. I will reference my video in terms of relationships. The video is called Understanding Relationship Cycles. Very similar to what I'm going to share today. So back to understanding your dips and your ups and downs. One of the things that I would encourage you to do, again, it's going to sound like, why is she telling me this? I encourage you, the next time your mood dips, you get a little bit down, do not fight. Do not fight. And do not struggle. Do not struggle to feel good or to feel better. I want to get myself out of this, and we'll mount this Herculean effort. And a lot of times people say, Sheila, I've been trying to do stuff to make myself feel better, and it's just not working. I don't understand. It's just not working, because sometimes that effort that you put out can really come back as a backlash, and it makes things much more difficult. It's like if your car is out of control. This is why they tell you to steer in the direction. Don't turn it away. Steer in the direction where it's going wrong, because that's going to make it easier. You turn away and cut away from that, you can have a total spin out. So again, I really recommend the next time you have a dip, stop. and simply do things that remind yourself to be loving to you, to be supportive to you. I mean, even though I do this work, this is my livelihood, I certainly do have my dips, my ups and downs. And I'll tell you what I do at that time. I make sure, I better be extra loving to myself, have an extra cup of tea, want to be extra kind to myself, say a few extra affirmations, want to make sure that I'm talking to myself in an uplifting way. Sometimes I'll do a few extra minutes on my workout. And some of you may be saying, well, Sheila, that sounds a lot like you're trying. I'm not trying. I'm not mounting some Herculean effort to make myself feel good. I'm literally moving through the dip. I'm moving through the cycle as I always do. This is no different from what I do and how I live my life every day. And naturally the lift comes. That's why I always tell you, caring for yourself is a muscle. It's a muscle that you work every day. And it doesn't mean you have to lift a 600-pound weight. It's a cumulative effect all taken together. Take time every day to love myself, nurture myself. So when those dips come, I don't get alarmed. I know that muscle has been cultivated. And say, Sheila, just remind yourself, love yourself, nurture yourself. It's going to lift. You're going to come out of that cycle. And it happens every time, folks. It happens every time. So again, suggestion and recommendation for today is don't mount a Herculean effort to make yourself feel better, because almost it's like you're putting in too much energy. You start to think more and more, God, I feel bad. I'm still doing all of this and I still feel horrible. And so it draws that negative feeling that you're trying to cut against. It brings it further to the forefront of your mind. You don't want to do that. You want to focus on, let me love myself. Let me remind myself just how awesome and fantastic I am, and get my lift in a natural way, in an easy way. Because you know what, guys? What goes down must come back up, and vice versa. It's natural law. So don't make it harder for yourself. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this little walk with me, and I will catch up with you soon, guys. Bye-bye.